Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and today I have a bit of a special announcement for you guys. Since today is my channel's 4-year anniversary, I am going to be doing a double header. That's right, I will be uploading 2 videos today. The first one, which is this one, is not necessarily my 2-year or 4-year anniversary special, but rather a video that I've been wanting to do for a while now. And so I saw this video, and I was like, this is interesting, because it says it was going to redraft the 2018 rookie class, and I also saw that it was by Adam Rank, who I have a love-hate relationship with, especially since I saw his season predictions, and they're already just going downhill, so don't have high hopes for this, but, something good could happen. Something like Adam Rank could be like the next genius. We don't know. So that's what we're going to figure out today. We are going to watch and analyze and critique Adam Rank's reassessment of the 2018 NFL Draft. Here we go.
I'm Adam Rank, and this is my 2018 NFL redraft. The Browns took Baker Mayfield first. That's exactly who I would have taken.
Okay, I guess, yeah, the Browns should have took Baker Mayfield, because, he didn't do good, that great his first 2 years, but he's really starting to find his footing this year, since the Browns are 9-3 and most likely going into the playoffs, at least in the wild card. So yeah, I guess they should have picked Baker Mayfield, but I don't know, they probably should have picked Lamar instead, because, I don't know, probably should have picked Lamar, but I'm not gonna rip on this pick too much. I'm not gonna rip on this pick too much. Adam Rank, not bad for a start. But basically all you did was say, hey, that was a good pick. They should have just chose Baker Mayfield. Okay. Alright, let's go.
Cleveland nailed this pick. And now with Odell Beckham Jr. in the fold, Cleveland, the city that coined the phrase rock and roll, has put together the best supergroup since Temple of the Dog. Say hello to football heaven.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that they did, quote-unquote, put together a super group, but the fact is, I don't know, coaching is a really big part of that, and when they assembled that quote-unquote super group, they had Freddie Kitchens at the helm, who basically screwed over the franchise, and luckily they have Kevin Stefanski now, who is better off for the Browns, especially since their defense is starting to get their footing, and yeah, I think, that's a very good quote.
Pick number 2, the Giants. Look at that.
Okay.
They too got it right by picking Saquon Barkley. In fact,
they should have picked Saquon Barkley, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Saquon was pretty good with the Giants. He is injured, I think, maybe for the rest of the year, so we haven't really seen him do much this year, but I think he was a good choice, especially since he either won Rookie of the Year or was a nominee for Rookie of the Year. So, yeah, nice. That's a good pick, I'd say.
Let me save everyone else a little bit of time. I'm taking chalk with the next 2 picks as well. The Jets got it right with Sam.
Oh my, okay. Okay. Now you're really, they should have picked Sam Darnold. Is that, the best option that they could have chose out of any of the quarterbacks in the draft class? Really? Really, Adam Rank? Come on, man. I was satisfied with your first 2, but then you go ahead and you say, oh, they should have picked Sam Darnold. Why? Why? No, they shouldn't have picked Sam Darnold. They should have freaking picked, I don't know, Lamar. Why would you choose Sam Darnold over Lamar? Why? Give me one good reason.
Sam Darnold nabbing their franchise quarterback. And at the 4 spot,
your franchise quarterback. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen.
Cleveland got it right with Denzel Ward.
Okay, so 4 same picks in a row. 4 same picks in a row. He thinks that the 2018 NFL Draft was perfect so far. And Denzel Ward has been pretty nice for the Browns. He's been, basically the leader of their secondary, and he has made some good plays for the team. So I'd say Denzel Ward is good, but there are some better players that they could have drafted. But yeah, not completely mad at this pick.
Who turned in a great rookie season if he was
That's
a little
true.
bit overshadowed by Baker Mayfield, who I just mentioned a second ago. Now let's get to the fun. With the 5th overall pick, the Broncos should have gone with Josh Allen.
I agree. I actually think that the Broncos should have picked Josh Allen, especially because, the Broncos, they kind of went with Joe Flacco, and that didn't really go that well, especially since they cut him after a year. So, yeah, the Broncos should have picked Josh Allen, especially because I think that they would have been a lot better as a unit if they had that good franchise quarterback, Josh Allen, and he has been pretty darn good for the Bills, and they weren't doing so hot, so yeah, I think that the Broncos would be better if they had Josh Allen.
I'm not saying that John Elway has a type when it comes to quarterbacks, but he kind of does. And Allen fits the mold of an Elway-like quarterback. I mean, I'm old enough to remember Elway as a great player and a not-so-great GM. And these guys are pretty similar.
Yeah, John Elway is a very bad GM.
Moving on. Wow, the fun didn't last long. But what do you want me to do? Quentin Nelson was the right choice.
Yeah, Quentin Nelson was really good, especially since I think Andrew Luck was still not retired yet. I think Quentin Nelson was a really good addition to the team, especially since, he's one of the best guards in football right now. So, yeah, Indianapolis should have gone with Quentin Nelson. I think that was the best pick that they could have chose. So, yeah, Adam Rake, you're actually not making me mad so far, except for the Sam Darnold pick.
At number 6. The Colts went from having one of the worst offensive lines in football to one of the best, thanks in no small part to Nelson, who didn't miss a snap and was selected to the All-Pro team. Now, the 7th pick was where the Bills took Allen after trading for the selection.
Yes,
but in the redraft world, we can't do trades that were made on draft day, because the Bills in this case would have no reason to trade up if the player they wanted was already got. Like, why do I have to explain this? That means the pick was the Bucs still, and they would have gone with Derwin James.
Yeah, I think that would have been a good pick for the Bucs, especially since Derwin James has, even though he's injured, he has still been pretty dang good for the Chargers, and I think the Bucs would have been grateful to have him for their secondary, especially since their secondary was garbage back in 2018. So yeah, not that bad of a pick. Derwin James is I don't think he was that good in his rookie year, but he kind of, built himself up and got better. So maybe, yeah, I don't think that pick is that bad.
James is a kind of ball hawk safety that you can build a defense around for years.
Yeah, he is a pretty nice ball hawk.
Along with Justin Evans, would be one of the best tag teams in Tampa Bay since John Cena tag team with Zack Ryder. Number 8, the Chicago Bears select Roquan Smith. Yes, I would still
Roquan Smith is kind of interesting because, he was good his rookie year, but he hasn't really made, spectacular plays for the Bears. Although he has been solid or decent, I don't really think that he's the best linebacker that they could have possibly gone with, or even the best defensive player that they could have possibly gone with. So I don't know, Roquan Smith, not the best option, but I guess an okay option. I don't know.
Draft him, only in this reboot, I would actually sign him on time. He missed a lot of the offseason program, but still finished 3rd on the team with 5 sacks. Impressive for a guy who plays the middle linebacker.
Yeah, his rookie year was pretty good.
Number 9, the San Francisco 49ers select Bradley Chubb. The 49ers...
Really? Bradley Chubb? Okay. I guess, yeah, Bradley Chubb was pretty good for the Broncos, although he is not... I think he's injured for this year as well. How many people are injured? Jeez. Wow, a lot of people are injured this year, but, Bradley Chubb would have been good for the Niners, although they did end up drafting Nick Bosa later in the year. I don't know. I don't really think he's necessary for the Niners to have. I really think that Mike McGlinchey was better because he, builds that offensive line, makes sure that Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't get hurt again, which he eventually did. But I think McGlinchey is more important for the Niners as a whole. Yeah.
Traded for D Ford this offseason, but that wouldn't have needed to happen if Chubb had fallen to them in the draft. He also would solve most of their pass rushing needs, something they've needed to address for quite some time.
Yeah, and they did
Number
that.
10, the Oakland Raiders
year.
select Leighton Vander Esch.
Leighton Vander Esch, I guess, yeah. I mean, Leighton Vander Esch is one of those people, it's one of those linebackers where, like, you know that it's not that, I don't know, I don't know. I guess they should have chosen Leighton Vander Esch, but he's not that great this year, honestly. Like, he's missed a lot of tackles, he's missed a lot of games, and, yeah, he's not the best. I know, I keep on saying that he's not the best, but, you know, I don't know. Not that much else to say there.
The Raiders could use a lot of help on defense, and let's be perfectly honest here. Anybody who plays with that neck brace kind of looks like he should play for the Oakland Raiders. He looks like a young Howie Long running around out there. Number 11, the Miami Dolphins select Josh Rosen.
Oh my... Really? You think Josh Rosen should have been even higher than he was in the original draft? Really? Are you serious? Would you rather have a quarterback who will be a backup for the rest of his life, or I wouldn't say one of a kind, but a strong talent of a safety? Which one would you rather have, right? You would choose Josh Rosen? That's just, no, don't, no.
Have moved on from Ryan Tannehill, which should have happened a year ago. Rosen now becomes the best quarterback the Dolphins have had since Jay Cutler. Yes, that's a good thing. Number 12, the Buffalo Bills select Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Bills traded up in the draft.
Okay, cool. So, Lamar Jackson should have been drafted higher than he was drafted, since while he has regressed a bit, he is still a good quarterback, and I think that he should have been drafted higher, honestly. The Ravens basically got the steal of the draft, but yeah, that's a good pick by the Bills.
To get their quarterback last year, but since I have the Broncos being all selfish and taking a quarterback that they wanted, the Bills are going to have to settle for Lamar Jackson. Although settle's not the right word. Lamar Jackson's legit.
Settle's
Number 13,
not the right word.
The Washington Redskins select Darius Leonard. You know,
yeah, I think Darius Leonard is better than Daron Payne. Especially since, like, he has been one of the cornerstone linebackers, not only of, the Colts, but of the league. And, yeah, that should have been the pick, honestly, by the Washington Redskins.
Giving the Redskins a receiver here, because it seems like Washington hasn't had a great one since who? Like Pierre Garçon? Santana Moss?
Pierre Garçon?
I will skip receiver and instead go for Leonard, who is an absolute beast for the Colts last year.
Oh, they're talking about receivers.
Number 14, the Green Bay Packers select Jair Alexander. I hate to be the one that admits this. The Packers actually...
Jair Alexander is a pretty good pick for Green Bay, especially since, like, I don't know, like, he's been a really good asset to that Packers defense, and I don't really see them not picking Jair Alexander, honestly. So, yeah, alright pick. Not an alright pick, that's actually a good pick.
Actually made a pretty good pick here, so I'm going to go ahead and let them keep it. Number 15, the Arizona Cardinals select Marcus Davenport.
Really? Like, Marcus Davenport? Okay. I guess they would select Marcus Davenport. I just don't know why. Like, there are better defenders than Marcus Davenport. I'm not saying Marcus Davenport is inherently, like, a bad end. He's just an average end. Okay. Maybe Marcus Davenport is a good pick. But I think that they could have aimed a little bit higher.
Davenport was like one of those series that you binge watch over the weekend, and while it wasn't necessarily the best thing you ever saw, you saw enough good stuff to keep you locked in for season 2.
Yeah, see, because he even admits that there wasn't that much good stuff for Marcus Davenport.
Number 16, the Baltimore Ravens select DJ Moore. Oh, this one was easy.
DJ Moore, the Ravens did need a wide receiver, and they did end up selecting Marquise Brown, either in this draft or the one after it. But yeah, DJ Moore would have been a good asset for that receiving core, especially with, well, I guess in this scenario, there's no Lamar Jackson. I don't really know what the Ravens would have as quarterback. I don't know, maybe they would have Joe Flacco as quarterback. Jeez, I don't want to imagine a world where Joe Flacco remains the quarterback to this day for the Ravens.
You seen the Ravens receivers? I mean, honestly, they need some help. This was a move they should have made last year. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Stop drafting tight ends. Number 17, the Los Angeles Chargers select Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Okay, yeah, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Apparently the Cardinals, the Dolphins didn't end up selecting Minkah Fitzpatrick because they wanted to draft Josh Rosen. Like, why? But, yeah, Minkah Fitzpatrick is a good choice, especially for the Chargers, where their defense was very sucky that year. So, yeah, Minkah Fitzpatrick, a good choice, I'd say.
The Chargers nailed it with Derwin James, who shouldn't have really fallen that far in the draft, but here they still land another talented free safety. I mean, he's not as good as Derwin James. It's like when you're at a hipster bar and you send your friend up for a beer, but instead of coming back with something great, he comes back with a terrible domestic. Well, not terrible, but still it's a domestic. That's not what you wanted, but anyways, the Chargers
that was not funny.
That was 18. The Seattle Seahawks select Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. Yeah, Nick Chubb should have been selected by, Seattle, especially since they did need a running back. I think they had, Rashard Penny as their running back then. So, yeah, Nick Chubb would have been a great asset for Seattle. So, yeah, that's a good pick.
Seattle hipsters dropped their avocado toast and their iced coffee when the Seahawks went running back in the first round. But here's the thing. If you're going to do that, at least take one who's going to be good on the NFL level.
Yeah. Oh, wait, did the Seahawks end up, wait, hold on. I didn't pay attention. Oh, wait, it was traded? I'm so dumb. Who did they select? Was it Rashard Penny? It might have been. I don't know. It was either Rashard Penny or Chris Carson. I don't know what else it would have been. No, I'm pretty sure it was Rashard Penny. But, yeah, Nick Chubb is way better than Rashard Penny. So, yeah. That's
Number 19, the Dallas Cowboys select Daron Payne.
No, don't do that. Don't select Daron Payne. I guess you can select Daron Payne if you want. Especially since he wasn't that bad. He's not a bad defender. But he wasn't, a very standout defender, especially in the later years of his career. So, yeah, I don't know.
The Cowboys of the 1990s thrived on depth up front on the defensive line, and with the need at the position, Payne would be a solid addition. Number 20, the Detroit Lions select Mike McGlinchey. I mean, it's the Lions. What kind of president?
I mean, Frank Ragnow is probably a better lineman than Mike McGlinchey. I don't know. I guess they're equal. But, a center was probably more needed than a offensive tackle. So, I don't know. Basically, I don't... Shoot. I don't know.
Do you give to somebody who needs everything? The Lions seem like they are always searching for offensive linemen, and this one's a pretty good one. Number 21, the Cincinnati Bengals select Braden Smith. Now, when Marvin Lewis was leading the Bengals to the playoffs, he always had
I guess it's better than Billy... I guess it's better than Billy Price. Anything's better than Billy Price. So, yeah, Braden Smith. Yeah, let's do it. Braden Smith. I don't even know who that is. But, yeah, Braden Smith is most likely better than Billy Price. So,
solid running game that was anchored by a solid offensive line. But when the offensive line started to slip, the Bengals also declined. This is a chance to get them back.
Yeah.
You know how humans wrap presents inside of other presents? I like.
Okay, sorry about that. That was just a little inconvenient ad right there.
The Buffalo Bills select Calvin Ridley.
Okay, yeah, Calvin Ridley is probably would have been a good pair with Lamar Jackson. So, yeah, Calvin Ridley should have probably been drafted by the Bills, especially since their receiving core wasn't that great. Let's be honest, their receiving core was garbage.
Quarterback, and while it would be smart to surround him with some offensive linemen in need for the team, Taking one of the best receivers off the board is also a smart move. Number 23, the New England Patriots select Sony Michel.
All right.
Even though
yeah, Sony Michel is a good running back, and he was a pretty good fit for Belichick's offense. So, yeah, Sony Michel was basically should have been drafted by the Patriots, and he was drafted by the Patriots, and it went pretty well.
Running back by committee, the Patriots made it work with Sony Michel. Number 24, the Carolina Panthers select Robert Foster. I know, I say that with a little bit of a surprise, but the Carolina Panthers need some wide receiver help. Foster played pretty well for the Bills down the stretch and would no doubt be an upgrade for the Carolina.
Why? Why Robert Foster? No, don't do that, please. Nah, you gotta be kidding.
Number 25, the Tennessee Titans select Jesse Bates.
Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates is pretty good. He has made some improvements over the year. So yeah, Jesse Bates, a pretty underrated safety, but still a good safety nonetheless. So I'm not sure if the Titans needed a lot of help with their secondary, but still a good pick.
Improvements to their secondary by bringing in guys like Malcolm Butler, but Bates would be a great addition as a safety, anchor that defense. Number 26, the Atlanta Falcons select B.J. Hill. The Falcons' defense was wrecked last year.
B.J. Hill, okay. I guess B.J. Hill should have been selected, but, I don't know, why B.J. Hill? Just why? It's just a weird pick. I don't know. Why B.J. Hill?
They couldn't stop anybody. Hill was pretty good during his rookie season with 5.5 sacks, and he ranked second among rookies.
Yeah, he was good in his rookie season, but not much else.
The New Orleans Saints select Chris Herndon. Now the Saints.
Okay, now you're just messing with me. Chris Herndon, really, I guess he was a hot prospect in his rookie season, but he didn't even last 2 years. He got replaced by friggin'. Oh wait, no, he didn't get replaced. I thought he got replaced by Jamison Crowder because I thought Jamison Crowder was a tight end, but no, he didn't get replaced. But Chris Herndon, nah, I guess he might have worked better under Drew Brees, but I don't think he would have. I don't know.
A tight end since they traded away Jimmy Graham. Hey, remember when Kobe Fleener was supposed to be a thing?
Kobe Fleener, I
played well
that.
enough in New York last year to get this spot right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers select Justin Reed. The Steelers need.
Okay, yeah, I agree that they should have picked Justin Reed or some sort of safety, because they would eventually get, because they did draft a safety in Terrell Edmonds, but he's just not that great of a cornerback or a safety for that matter. Let's be real here. So yeah, I think Justin Reed would have been better for the team overall.
Need a lot of help all over, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And Reed would be a perfect Steeler because he can do a little bit of everything in the secondary. And as long as Ben Roethlisberger is cool with them, then I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, that's a sad but true fact.
At number 29, the Jacksonville Jaguars select KEMOKO TURAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAA
Adam, why? What are you talking about? KEMOKO TURAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAA What? No. KEMOKO TURAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAA pick. Okay? Gosh, you're so
Jags should just put all their money on the defensive side of the football and just let it ride. TURAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAA generational pass rusher for the Jags. Number 30, the Minnesota Vikings select Will Hernandez. All right, Vikings. What good is giving your quarterback all that guaranteed money?
Yeah, they did give Kirk Cousins a lot of money, so they probably should have drafted like a good offensive lineman to kind of guard him. So yeah, I guess this pick isn't as baffling as I thought it was.
Not going to surround him with guys who can block for him. Hernandez was a player I would have drafted last year, so I'm making you do it now. Number 31, the New England Patriots select Dallas Goedert.
Okay, yeah, Dallas Goedert would have been probably better with Tom Brady. But the thing is, like, Tom Brady already had Gronk. Actually, no. What am I saying? Dallas Goedert probably would have been good. Especially since, like, Gronk was aging and they probably would need, like, a young backup tight end to kind of fulfill the roles that Gronk used to play, in kind of, deep routes and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Patriots have an
I guess
embarrassment
so.
of riches at so many different positions, they have the luxury of taking the best player available. And at number
The
32,
best player available?
the then defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles select Phillip Lindsay. Yes,
Yeah.
an undrafted.
They should have drafted Phillip Lindsay, especially since they needed help with their running back spot. Phillip Lindsay would have been a good fit in Philadelphia. So, yeah, that's a good pick. And so, that is the that is the end. How long has this video been? 25 minutes. Okay, so that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. This was me analyzing the Adam Rank redraft. There were some good picks, there were some confusing picks, and there were some downright awful picks. So, with that being said, I hope you have enjoyed, and I will continue to let this video age like milk. So, I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video where I stink up a sun-kissed.